Hi, I'm Bryan Konietzko, co-creator of Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Hi, I'm Mike Dimartino, the other co-creator of Avatar.
Hi, I'm M. Night Shyamalan. I'm the director of the motion picture Avatar, The Last Airbender.
So, Knight, how did you first learn about Avatar, The Last Airbender?
Actually from my daughter, who's 7, and she was obsessed with the show, but I really didn't pay attention to what she was, you know, obsessed about. She's like, oh, this is this show. I'm like, okay, honey, we're going to go out, and it's on again, it's on again. And I was like, okay, I'll put it on for you. And then for Halloween, she wanted to be Katara. And I'm like, you know, that's what she wanted to be. And I was like, what is this Katara thing? And so she told me all about it. We had to, like, look it up and all this stuff. Still, it hadn't hit. And then one day we were in the video store, and she said, can we, oh, the first season's on DVD, can I get it? And I was like, okay, she really loves this, let's watch. So we all had dinner, and the 4 of us watched it. The whole family sat down and watched it. We just kept watching the next episode, and we came up in the kitchen, and I opened the fridge up, and I said, this would make a great movie. And then everybody was like, yeah! So that's how it started.
Awesome.
So, Nate, what attracted you to want to make the Avatar live-action movie?
The martial arts was a big thing for me. I really was looking for something to do where I could do cool fighting scenes and everything, and Avatar had such a beautiful way of doing that, and the supernatural with all the elements, that's another huge thing for me. And then it's kind of based on all this Eastern stuff, you know, with kind of the reincarnation of the Avatar. It's a really beautiful, beautiful ideas behind it. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to make this movie. What do you think about that?
I think that's great.
So you've seen the first 2 episodes of season 3. Are you excited for the rest of the season and the finale of Avatar?
I can't wait. We've been watching the first 2 over and over and over at our house here, and strangers come in and they're like, what's that? We're like, no, it's nothing, don't look at that. And every time we get a free time, we put it in. It's just so exciting. So we're just dying. We're completely devoted to the show. So how do you guys feel about a movie being made about your show?
We're really excited. Bryan and I have been working on this story and this series for about 5 years now, so to see it kind of go into this new realm of live action and the level of detail and to have you involved is very exciting.
We always strive for a really cinematic look on the show. And I think, you know, doing it in TV, it's always a challenge. It's really hard. So it's going to be great to see this story and these characters taken to their fullest visual potential.
Are you a fan of any Japanese anime TV shows or movies?
Actually, I'm a big fan of Miyazaki movies, which I know you guys are really influenced by. In our family, we really love those movies. In fact, he's like one of my favorite film directors. He's amazing.
So what are some of the challenges visually for translating Avatar from an animated TV show into a big, you know, huge live-action movie?
Well, when you guys write a scene and says, oh, it's the North Pole, and, you know, you can do that we got to go and be in, like, Arctic weather for months on end. I'm going to be cursing you guys. It's my wife, I'm like, I tell my wife we have to go and live out in ice, you know, because the movie is about water, and that's where it was set. That's where they wrote it. It was, oh, I mean, as I'm writing, I'm like, oh, my pen is like stopping as I'm writing. North Pole. So thanks for that.
You're welcome. Anytime.
So the 3 seasons of Avatar is roughly, you know, 30 hours of story.
Right.
How are you going to condense that down into, you know, a trilogy of 6 hours or so?
Yeah, it's been really hard for me because I really love what you guys did, and I'm finding it really hard to let go of anything. And at first when I put you know, the outline together, I showed it to you guys, and it basically had every single thing you guys wrote. It was like a 7-hour movie, and you guys were very sweet and said, you know, you're gonna have to take out some stuff. And I was like, no, not that, not that. But I think I've gotten to the place where I really know how to bring in the characters and what characters we can save for the other movies and what moments we could save for the other movies. So it's really starting to take shape into a 2-hour movie for me. And I think that'll happen for each of the 3 movies. I hope.
Who's your favorite character in Avatar?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's Zuko. Zuko is the most interesting character, you know, that relates to me, and just kind of that whole, you know, he's a good guy. Is he a good guy? Is he going to make the right choice? Is he going to go over to the dark side? Is he going to, you know, is he going to be, you know, what we hope he can become, a hero? Or is he just going to be the enemy, you know, the enemy at the end of the day that has to be put down? That's really just a very exciting storyline, and I just think he's the coolest guy.
He's my favorite too.
Cool.
So, Knight, any ideas on casting yet?
You know, actually, the weird thing when I think about, you know, who I'm going to cast in the movie is, you know, they're probably going to be mostly unknown kids and teenagers, and then right now they're in school somewhere. They're you know, they're in class and they're hanging out with their friends, and, you know, in 2 years from now they're going to be Aang and Katara and Zuko, and they're going to be world famous, and they're going to be, you know, their lives will never be the same. They're just sitting there kind of writing the answers to their test right now.
Well, if you don't find anyone for Aang, I'd like to suggest perhaps I could, you know, maybe play him in the movie if you would consider that.
I will consider it. Don't call me about it.
Okay.
I'll just think about it for a little bit longer. But you know, you're really talented. You're really talented.
You spoke about Lady in the Water being inspired by stories that you had made up to read to your kids. Are there any more stories that you think you might create for children in the future?
I hope so. You know, I tell a lot of stories to my kids, and there's a lot of kind of stories that I think would be really great for kind of a younger audience. I mean, I've always kind of gone back and forth between kind of like the scarier movies I make for the adults and the kind of the kid movies, because I wrote Stuart Little, which I really enjoyed that process, and now I get to do Avatar in this kind of wonderful mix of different genres for me. So I feel really excited about spending, you know, I guess the next 6 years making these movies for a whole, you know, generation of kids around the world. It's really, you know, exciting, and hopefully after that I'll keep doing that kind of stuff. So, you know, the really cool thing for me is that normally I, you know, close my door and I'm alone, and I, you know, write my movies, and it's just the most lonely, depressing process that anyone could go through. And on this movie, I got you guys to be depressed with me. So this is such an exciting thing for me. And even, you know, we've just started, but I've gotten to, you know, hang out with you guys and talk with you guys about the movie, and how about this and how about that, and oh, can you bring in the bounty hunter? You know, all these questions I have for you guys, and, you know, the emails we send back and forth, and it's just been super, super exciting for me to kind of think of making a movie where there's 3 of us kind of working together, figuring out how to tell this story. Is this going to be something new or interesting for you now that you've going to be moving from like making a show on TV and kind of thinking and helping me make, you know, a story for the movie theaters?
Yeah, it's really exciting for Mike and I. We've been doing animation for several years now, but we're really interested in live action, huge fans, and I think we admire your craft so much, and there's going to be so much to learn just by collaborating with you, and, you know, coming on the set, and just everything. So we're so excited. Yeah, it's been a great experience, as you said, so far, just in the few months that we've started working on the outline. So
oh, it'd be cool. I can't wait to have you guys on the set, and you know,
really looking forward to it.
Definitely, I might even let you say action one time.
I appreciate that. That'd be great.
Can I say cut?
Yes, cut. Action and then cut. Hold on. Just once though. All right, guys. What happens at the end of season 3? Serious? That's sweet. That is going to be sweet.
So, Knight, as you know, Avatar has a lot of fans all over the world. Anything you want to say to them?
You know, this is the first movie I'm directing that didn't come from an idea of mine, and it's really the first time ever I felt in love, you know, to the point where I was like, I'm going to give my life for, as it turns out, 6 years to this project, and it really is going to be everything to me for the next 6 years. So it's a life passion, and in many ways it would be maybe the biggest thing that I'll ever do.
Well, we thank you for your enthusiasm and appreciate all your hard work, and we look forward to the Avatar live-action movie.
Hey, and thank you guys for making the coolest mythology I've ever seen.
Thanks.
Check out Avatar, only on Nickelodeon.